Let me cut to the chase. You probably shouldn't sign up for DirecTV Stream. But before I get into why that is, I need to explain what DirecTV Stream actually is and how it compares to DirecTV's other services. So buckle up, this part's confusing. Now, DirecTV Stream is a live TV streaming service that gives you the same channels you'd get from broadcast, cable, or satellite TV, except that they're streaming over the internet. They compete with similar services like YouTube TV, Hulu Plus Live TV, and Fubo. With DirecTV Stream, there's no long-term contracts or cancellation fees, and you don't have to install any extra equipment. You with me so far? To get DirecTV Stream, you have to sign up on their specific landing page that says the word stream in the logo at the top. Your address bar will say streamtv.directv.com. Pay attention to the Stream TV part, but here's where it gets confusing. You're probably aware that DirecTV has a satellite service, which is known as just DirecTV. You can sign up for that on their main website at directv.com. While satellite TV can be useful if you live in an area that doesn't get good high-speed internet, with the satellite service, you'll have all of the trappings of a traditional TV service like long-term contracts and extra fees that you don't get with DirecTV Stream. But now, if you get DirecTV and sign up on their main website at directv.com, you have two choices in how it's delivered. You can have someone come and install a satellite, or you can get the same channels over the internet with their streaming device called the Gemini. So you can get DirecTV over the internet. But wait a minute, you might ask, isn't that the same thing as DirecTV Stream? In terms of the product that's being offered, basically, yes, it's TV channels being delivered over the internet, although the channel lineup might be slightly different between the two services. The real difference, though, is that with DirecTV over the internet versus DirecTV Stream, you have all of the same contractual obligations of their satellite service. So if you cancel before the end of your 24-month contract, you'll pay up to a $480 cancellation fee. Oh yeah, you'll also pay an extra $15 a month for an equipment fee, $15.99 a month for a regional sports fee, and an additional $7 a month for each TV that's connected to your account. All of these things apply to DirecTV over the internet, but they don't apply to DirecTV Stream. It all comes down to how you signed up and which landing page you signed up on. So why would anyone choose DirecTV over the internet versus DirecTV Stream? DirecTV does have some sign-up offers, like a $200 Visa reward card that you don't get with DirecTV Stream. But I think the real reason someone might get DirecTV instead of DirecTV Stream is they were confused and didn't know it was an option. This whole setup is fairly new. They used to offer two very distinct services that had very distinct marketing. There was DirecTV Stream, their streaming service, which at one point they called AT&T TV, and then there was DirecTV, their satellite service. But now they're specifically marketing DirecTV as something that you can choose to get either with a satellite or stream over the internet. Those ads aren't talking about DirecTV Stream, they're talking about this. If you go on their main website, there is not a single mention of DirecTV Stream or even a link to the landing page to sign up for it. But there is a mention of DirecTV over the internet on the landing page for DirecTV Stream, which they try to convince you is better since it includes a streaming device that they charge you for. And by the way, at $120, DirecTV's Gemini device is way more expensive than a Roku stick. Plus, I'll mention that if you do their quiz to help me choose a plan, it only ever mentions DirecTV and not DirecTV Stream. In the mind of a typical consumer who isn't someone like me, who spends extreme amounts of time studying streaming services, it would be very easy to assume that DirecTV over the internet is the only way to stream with DirecTV. And this here is my biggest issue with DirecTV Stream by a significant margin. It isn't that DirecTV Stream as a service in and of itself is that bad. I tried it out for purposes of this review, and it worked about as well as their competitors. They also offer sports channels that the competition does not. But for the average person, just to get past all of this questionable marketing, to even figure out that an option to sign up for a plan without a 24-month contract exists is a hassle. So I'm already exhausted, but with that out of the way, let's talk about the service that is DirecTV Stream and not DirecTV over the internet. Now, there's really only going to be one group of people where I think signing up for DirecTV Stream is going to make sense, and that's going to be sports fans who want to get as many different sports channels as possible. Let me explain. DirecTV Stream's cheapest plan costs $79.99 per month, which is slightly higher than Hulu Plus Live TV or YouTube TV, but on par with Fubo's starting price, although Fubo charges an extra fee for regional sports networks. Like Fubo, they offer a wide range of sports channels, including regional sports networks that YouTube TV and Hulu Plus Live TV don't offer. But to get those regional sports networks, you'll need the Choice plan, which costs $108.99 a month. Compared to Fubo's starting price, plus their regional sports network fee, in my area, that would be $94.98 a month for Fubo versus $108.99 a month for DirecTV Stream's Choice plan, making Fubo the cheaper option and frankly the one I would choose over the Choice plan. But there's one catch here. Fubo doesn't offer TNT, TBS, or True TV. That means that in a number of cities, if you want to get all of your local networks, plus all of the sports channels like ESPN, plus the regional sports networks, and stream them all together in the same app, DirecTV Stream's Choice plan is your one and only option. Now, if you don't mind hopping back and forth between two different apps, you can now stream the sports from TNT, TBS, and True TV on Max, the streaming service formerly known as HBO Max. With plans that start at $9.99, that means that you could get Max and Fubo while still paying less than DirecTV Stream's Choice plan. That being said, if you do decide to get DirecTV Stream, they do throw in some nice features, like the ability to watch live events in 4K without paying extra, an unlimited cloud DVR, and a 5-day free trial. Plus, there's usually some kind of sign-up discount for your first few months. So for sports fans that want to watch all of their channels in the same place, you may end up being handcuffed to DirecTV Stream. But this is all subject to change by the end of 2024 anyway, when Bally Sports might get yanked over to Amazon, and Disney, Warner Bros. Discovery, and Fox launch a new sports streaming service. I know, it's complicated. So in conclusion, I say only get DirecTV Stream if it's an absolute must. If you do decide to get it, really make sure to get DirecTV Stream and not DirecTV over the internet. But what do you think? Have you tried DirecTV Stream? Let me know your experiences in the comment section. As always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel to stay up to date with all things streaming. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye bye.